Hi, I'm Bill Bradley. Join me for a recent excerpt of American Voices. This week, we're speaking again with Austin-based folk artist Eliza Gilkyson. Eliza joins us, as she has in the past, to talk about her music, and now we hear from her latest CD, Beautiful World, which we heard the last time on the show, and now we're going to hear one of my favorite songs on that CD called Unsustainable. Eliza's here. Tell us more about this great song. Eliza, welcome back to American Voices.
Pleasure to be back. Thanks for having me again.
Hasn't been long.
It just seems like yesterday.
Yeah. So here we are, writing another great song. So why'd you write this one?
This one was I wanted to do it was sort of a tongue-in-cheek, sort of nostalgic vibe on the song, which actually is a very serious topic. And that was one of the things that I wanted to do, was sort of juxtapose a serious message with a sort of lighthearted feel. And I think what I really wanted to point out in the song was the systems of unsustainability that we are living right now.
So why don't we let the listeners hear this song called Unsustainable?
Okay. Unsustainable, unmaintainable. We've gone too far and now it's uncontainable. Let's tear it down, start all over again.
I must say, when I listen to this song, I don't know, I wonder what Nat King Cole would have done.
Well, that's right, because it was unforgettable. It was unforgettable. It wanted it to be a spoof on that. But yeah, exactly.
So when I heard this, I thought, she's doing Nat King Cole. And I said, no, this is not the same thing. And I wondered,
know.
Did you have that in your mind? So there was a certain irony on this, or?
Oh, totally. Yes, yeah. I wanted it to. That was my whole goal was to have the irony of it. But in a way, because I thought, that's the spoonful of sugar that makes the medicine go down. That you sort of find yourself laughing about it, but then you kind of go, yeah, it's true.
So when you say, back to the drawing board, start all over again, and you repeat this line often. So,
that's what I'm talking about is, why don't we come up with a new economics instead of repeating this same wild buying frenzy that, our system is based on a constant growth and expansion model, which is unsustainable.
So do you think, though, that this could operate on not only the social, political, economic level, but on the personal level? Could this be about relationships too?
I think you could. I think that some people have interpreted it that we've gone too far, now it's unmaintainable. Yeah, exactly. That was part of it, was leaving it, that little, what is she talking about there? It kind of makes you wonder. Reprehensible, indefensible, the way we are is truly incomprehensible. Back to the drawing board, start all over again. Madly, we loved you madly. We would have gladly maintained the status quo. Badly, we behaved badly, and now sadly we'll have to let you go.
The music itself lulls you along
it
here.
Suggests.
And the first time I listened to it, before it hit me, you weren't singing something sweet and nice, but you were saying something very hard and very tough.
I'm glad you got it, because a lot of people don't, and I worry my whole record is like that, because if you could listen to it and just think, well, she's, talking about her relationships, and I have a lot of songs on there that actually are have heavier meanings, but not everybody gets it.
But so why do you choose to be so kind of beautifully, comfortably, nostalgically subversive? I mean, here's the music goes along, and you just almost, you can't even carry a tune.
Yeah, la la la. You know what it is I hate message music, and here I am, writing this weighty stuff. I just can't. I want it to be, first and foremost, it has to be art and musical and lyrical and poetry and stuff. That is what interests me. And my challenge is always to take these weighty topics, because that's my thing, And how do you put this into an environment that's really musical, lyrical, and artistic? And so I think I don't like direct message music. I don't like just something that's in your face, we've got to do this,
Right.
I find myself sort of shrinking from that. So I certainly don't want to go down that path.
And the combination of the words and the music, though, it really works. You contrast the words with the music when maybe some words are happier and the music is darker, or the music is darker and the words are happier. Do you do that consciously?
I do, actually. I don't know if I do it consciously, but I'm always very aware of the listener in a way. And you want to keep the energy moving. You can't, you have to keep the air moving around a song. So I think it's just a natural thing that artists do, is keeping the air stirred up around a song, and you don't want to rest too long at any one point. The mind starts to kick in, and it starts to get critical, and you want to just keep that sort of sense of suspension of thought. Unforgivable, results unreadable. To make a perfect garden so unlivable. Back to the drawing board, start all over again.
Even when we talk about it, and I wonder about this. Here is the music and the words, and it creates a feeling that you have. It either lulls you along, makes you outraged, makes you think, moves you. There's an emotion there. And then when we talk about it, when we get into GDP and so forth, or the savings rate, or somehow or another, it changes.
I know. You're so right.
It becomes kind of just words, and there isn't a whole lot of feeling. And you don't need a story in the music. You need your lyrics and the music. But if you are going to do the same thing in the so-called real world, where you're trying to explain these events and these facts, you need a story. That's why I think what you do makes such a contribution to the whole thing, because it reaches people on an emotional level. They're not even aware how they're feeling, and yet they recognize afterwards.
It's true. I think it's true that our art is another language. I think we should be looking at the greater systems here and really considering new ways of, humanism. Let's divorce democracy from capitalism. Even just in theory. If not in practice.
Well, listen, Eliza, thanks so much for playing for us today.
My pleasure. I'm so happy to be right here.
Been speaking with folk artist Eliza Gilkyson about her song Unsustainable. Her latest CD is Beautiful World.
You're so unsustainable, unrestrainable. Our rationale is simply unexplainable.
Thank you for listening to American Voices here on my YouTube channel. For more interviews celebrating the goodness and creativity of the American people, click the subscribe button below.